Well, let's speak now to Saksit Sombut, who's a Thai political blogger and joins me from Hamburg. Thanks very much indeed for joining us. I just wanted to start, if we could, on those CCTV pictures, because at least there are some extraordinarily helpful images, aren't there, of someone to go out and look for.
Indeed, that there has been the first sign of a suspect since the explosion yesterday, but that's about it. We don't know exactly who that person is, the ethnicity, the nationality. We have only this grainy picture to go by, and the hunt is on, so to speak.
But then, nonetheless, it's extraordinary how well focused in on him or her the picture seemed to be.
That is at least a glimmer of hope in this case, so the authorities have something to go by. But what result we will yield from that really depends on the next few days and what the authorities will unearth.
Well, quite. I suppose one of the other areas you would hope to be able to look at is previous, isn't it? Previous history, who you would point the finger fairly readily at. Can you come up with anything conclusive there?
Not really, David, because judging by the amount of carnage, by the size of the explosion, and generally by everything that has happened today, this is a very unprecedented incident in the city's history, and it doesn't fit into the pattern of any political group, be it anti-government protesters, anti-military junta groups, or the insurgents, separatist insurgents from the south of Thailand. That doesn't fit into their pattern, and it would be very out of character for these groups unless they have changed tactics. But it is very unlikely at this point that it would do anything to that on that scale.
Right. Do you think it would be realistic, though, given what has happened, to expect some sort of, I mean, crackdown is a hard word, but nonetheless, perhaps a tightening of security, a tightening of resolve by the military government to maintain the status quo, that this may push even elections further away again?
You said it yourself. This is still a military government that is at power, so a non-democratic government, and a crackdown is never out of the option. Now, of course, now with this incident and the eyes of the world having a close look at what the government is doing next, of course, they have to be very careful and also have to act very gently about what they're doing next. But yeah, it is definitely playing into the hands of the military government to have a pretense or a precedent for to do whatever in the name of security.
Just one last point I wanted to ask you, and that was with regard to the explosion today. I mean, it looks like a grenade thrown into the water, and maybe that really is all it was. What did you make of that?
Police spokespersons on the scene today have said that it is a pipe bomb that is not unlike and similar to the explosive device that has been used today. So that is the only thing that we have to go by. If these two incidents are linked together, or if this is a series of explosions, we don't know anything yet, and it is the question remains what has actually happened and who was behind it, and who's to gain from that. So that is a question that we will still have to wait for the next foreseeable future in the couple of days.
Plenty of questions, aren't there? Saksit Sombut, thanks so much for joining us.